morning, everyone. I am Chris Morales from Henkel, Philippines. I will be your moderator for this morning's session. Thank you for your time in attending this webinar, which is part of our Lactite webinar series. For the last 65 years, Lactite is the world's leading brand for adhesives, sealants, and surface treatments. With breakthrough technology, we provide solutions that deliver on our goals for providing more efficient adhesives that are durable, strong, and long-lasting to unlock the limitless potentials of man and machine. But just any other leading companies, we are prone as well with imitations or counterfeits. With this webinar, can you spot the difference? You will learn the actions and improvements that Lactite has done to safeguard our brand and protect our customers' rights. Today's webinar will be presented by Ms. Anne-Marie Salarza, our Territory Sales Engineer for Lactite. Anne has been with Henkel for 10 years and has been selling Lactite for 3 years. Go ahead, Anne.
Okay, thank you, Sir Chris, for that nice introduction. Again, hello everyone, and welcome once again to our today's webinar on Loctite Anti-Counterfeit. Can you spot the difference? My name is Anne-Marie Solarza, and I will be your presenter for the day. To give you a short background of myself, I've been with Henkel Lactite for more than 10 years now, where I started as customer service for General Industry Adhesive Division and eventually transferred to sales after 7 years. So before we start our topic for this morning, I would like to refresh and recall back once more our previous webinars, which started with Loctite Thread Locker Built to Last that features new Loctite bottle design. This were followed by showcasing Loctite dispensing equipment called Loctite Pro Pump. And then for today's topic, we will be focusing on Loctite product verification and how to spot the difference from genuine Loctite adhesives to fake ones. Henkel Loctite brand is a trusted choice for engineered high-performance adhesive all over the world. That is why we are committed to protecting our customer rights as well our brand reputation. Now, I would like to start the session by asking some questions. First is that, have you ever asked whether the Loctite product you have is genuine or not? The next is, what should you do if you encountered counterfeit Loctite products? Where and how to report it? All this will be answered as we go through the slides presentations for the day. Know that assembling project includes many stages, some simple and some are more complex. And finding the right solution that you will need, as well as some tips and tricks to get the job done right, is a must. The same goes with ensuring that you use the right product or simply using a genuine Loctite products, primarily because of the several benefits that comes with it. First in the list is that it is guarantees that excellent performance that can help you improve your overall manufacturing process. And to further highlight this benefit, let me share an application case history that demonstrates Loctite product performance in terms of reliability and cost savings. The application that you can see on your screen showcases how Loctite 496 secures the bonding of balancing weights attachment from the motorcycle rim. This process is basically part of the wheel assembly for a motorcycle industry. Now, another benefit that we have here is using a genuine Loctite product is that it avoids possible machinery failure, which also helps to ensure the increase in its reliability by promoting a proactive products and programs that reduces possible maintenance cost. Sample of this preventable downtime causes in machinery failures was as well highlighted from the previous webinar conducted by James Yu last time. So as mentioned, sample of these fasteners loosening, fretting and corrosion, leakage, and so on and so forth. How this impact of machinery failure that may lead to an unplanned downtime may give you this much cost as listed on your screen, wherein the highest is the decline in revenue, which might eventually lead to personal layoffs. The last benefits that we have in the list is its eligibility for Loctite services. Note that this can be only be guaranteed once you purchase it with accredited Lactite distributors or suppliers. This common Lactite services covers the design and assembly, maintenance and repair, and our newly added remote support that will be implemented very soon. Counterfeiting is a victimless crime. Counterfeit consumer goods are often made of inferior quality, where sellers of such goods may infringe on either the trademark or copyright of the brand owner. And since these goods are manufactured illegally, there is no compliance with the applicable safety standards during the process of production. Thus, it can be very dangerous to its users. We cannot also get any warranty from it. Thus, it meaning there will be no claims that can be filed once it failed. So all this and more needs to be considered. Otherwise, these counterfeit goods can give an adverse impact on its original purpose and brands. Being an industry pioneer, we actually have those a lot of imitators and imitations in the market. The Lactite thread lockers has made several successful attempts to combat this. So on your screen are some of the news clips that shows how Lactite fight this counterfeiting act all over the globe. Henkel China, for example, has been proactively working with Shanghai police to successfully end these illegitimate businesses and counterfeiting activities. So, with recycling authentic packaging and refining identical labels, these counterfeit products were meant for export to Philippines and other Asian markets. Now, I would like to share you an informative video which showcases the huge difference of a genuine Lactite thread locker adhesive with a counterfeit one. Okay, to know more about this, kindly watch this next video clip.
Hi, good morning everyone. This is Pik Jin. Welcome to Henkel Singapore Lab. Recently, I received 2 bottles of Loctite product from my customer that they purchased from local hardware store. According to my customer, these 2 bottles of Loctite product are different from what they used previously. I need to do some investigation to find out what are the differences that worried my customer. I will compare with my lab sample here. Okay, let's start the test.
Okay, so this part of the video shows the visible difference in terms of color and viscosity of the genuine Lactite thread locker. Ours is thicker due to its thixotrophic characteristic, while the fake one is lighter in shade and with a low viscosity that gives uncontrollable flow. So as standard setup for both threaded assembly, these were tightened up to 16 Newton meter. So this breakaway torque is actually meant for the Lactite, genuine Lactite thread locker with a result of 8.5 Newton meter. Then for the fake one, it's 4.1. So this last test is for the breakthrough torque that shows a huge difference also in terms of bonding performance in threaded assembly. So to highlight once more, shown on the screen is the summary chart of the conducted performance test evaluation between the Lactite 243 thread locker versus its imitation. So undoubtedly, original Lactite knocks off the counterfeit Lactite 243 in all the experimental tests performed. Now moving on, another product that is also very common for counterfeiting is our Lactite 401 instant adhesive. This new video clip will help you analyze the accurate specification and performance of Lactite instant adhesive compared with a counterfeit product. So it's important to observe proper surface preparation using our Loctite SF7063 prior adhesive bonding or sealing application. So this only proves that genuine Loctite 401 adhesive application in an ABS plastic substrate was a success considering the setting of 5 seconds fixturing time. Now for this fake Lactite 401, it clearly shows that the bonding immediately breaks and does not even stand for a second. And now let's see how it will work with other available substrate for testing and evaluation. So again, counterfeit products bonding easily breaks. So evidently, this experimental video only proves that fake instant adhesive products in general can't have a chance to compete with our Lactite cyanoacrylate products. So this chart highlights the results of the comparisons on fixturing time and strength made between the original and fake Lactite 401. So in summary, counterfeit Lactite 401 has no fixturing strength seen in all bowl substrates used. Now, in order for Lactite to reinforce a promise of quality, reliability, and other best-in-class sales technical support, Henkel is now launching a new bottle design that can be identified from the logo or Lactite logo micro engraving, which gives the new bottle a distinguished look. It also has a global standardized label and a micro pattern QR code. And being an adhesive icon, this has led us to imitators who don't deliver on the Lactite promise, but try to use familiarity to create an association with Lactite brands. They also seem similar, but still nothing beats the original. So beware and be aware of these fraud products. It could cost you less at first, it could even save you some money, but it will cost you much more in downtime. Counterfeiting, again, is an illegal and dangerous act that requires a constant vigilance. That is why creating a unique brand identity was one of Henkel actions in priority. Displayed on the screen are the genuine and fake version of Lactite 243, which identically same at first glance, but looking at it closely, you will already see the difference from the bottle packaging to its labeling and even to its QR code reading. So another example of this imitation is for Lactite instant adhesive, particularly our Lactite 401, which is commonly prone to be counterfeited as well. As presented, Lactite 401 bears the QR code already on the screen. However, note that some peak products available outside also bear this QR coding format that once scanned, it fills and the result will not be successful. So again, beware on this type of fraud labels and packaging. To highlight once more the features of genuine Lactite bottles, please take note of these few markings as shown on the screen. First is the compatibility with the existing equipment. This new bottle design will not impact the way existing customers currently apply the product to their equipment, as these new bottles are completely compatible with the original Lactite hand pumps. Another feature is our micro engraving that gives the bottle a distinguished look. It also bears a new global standardized label now, and as a high-tech solution such as distinctive anti-counterfeit QR codes with a micro texture that is unique for every authentic bottle of our Lactite product packaging. Now for my next question, how to check if your Lactite is genuine? There are actually certain steps on how to identify genuine Lactite products. This product verification can be done by scanning the QR code with your mobile phones, which works for both Android and iOS. Let me share a short video to further guide you on this process. So this time, you can verify your Lactite product anywhere, anytime, just by 3 steps. So the first step is to scan the QR code on the bottle label. Next is to click the verify product button. And lastly is to rescan the QR code on the case or upload a photo of the label with the QR code to verify. Then afterwards, you will be notified that the scan process was successfully completed. Okay. Now, what happens if the case or the scanning result would be different? If the QR code scanning failed due to possible counterfeit consequences, kindly click the report button or the email problem to productverify-ph@henkel.com. You may also contact Henkel representatives so we can check and validate it immediately. As mentioned, for any concerns with Lactite adhesives, feel free to coordinate with our Lactite distributors or you may directly approach Henkel sales reps with shown contact details on your screen. So that ends now my presentation. We can already proceed with our Q&A portion already.
Thanks, Anne, for that very informative presentation on the new future of our Lactite products, especially the new micro pattern QR code. I hope that the information has been helpful to everyone in checking or verifying if the Lactite product you purchase is genuine, which of course help you in getting most of our Lactite products, as genuine Lactite is built to last. Now we go to our question and answer session. Again, please type your questions in the live Q&A features on the right side of your screen, and we will try to answer all of your questions. Okay, let me check on the... Okay, we have some question in the Q&A from SEE. Aside from its new bottle packaging design, how does Lactite protect their consumers from counterfeiting acts?
Okay, thank you for that question. So Henkel or Lactite exert great efforts to help customers to identify genuine products with high-tech solutions, such as the distinctive anti-counterfeit QR codes, which I have shown in the video earlier or on the presentation earlier. And this QR codes on some of our product packaging has a unique QR code that is authentic for every lactate bottles.
Thanks, Anne. Okay, another question from John.
6 months.
How can we report a fake or counterfeit goods, particularly lactite products?
How can we report a fake or counterfeit goods, particularly for lactate products? Okay, thanks,
Yeah.
John, for that question. Okay, first thing you need to know is that you have the legal right to refund if you bought something that is fake or counterfeit from the store or from the seller where you purchased the item. So it's gonna be clear. Next is if the lactate product you have with you bears the QR code, then it failed after you scan it. Next thing you need to do is to click the report button or email the problem to productverify-ph@henkel.com, or you may feel free to directly contact us, Henkel sales rep, so we can check and validate it immediately.
Thanks, Anne, for that answer. Another question from, well, it's an anonymous question. Online buying. Shopping is the new normal today. Yes, you're right about that one. How can someone or a customer avoid purchasing fake products, especially if it is purchased online?
Okay, that's a very good question. Okay,
Yeah,
especially now
for
that
that.
we are in pandemic. Okay, so most of our necessities sometimes we bought it through online. So first thing you should put into consideration is actually there are several factors, but for me there are three that you have to consider. First thing is the price. If the price looks to be too good to be true, then it's probably a fake one. Another factor would be the packaging. So as shown earlier, if the product being sold without, number one, without its packaging, or if the packaging appears to be of low quality, which includes some printing errors, probably it's also counterfeit. And then lastly is the consideration in terms of place or where you brought the product. Say, for example, first is through online. So you need to check the review or the feedback first from your previous buyer or from the previous buyer of that store. You could also check some of the fine prints of the product description, such as the facts or the contact us pages. And if you find any, for example, typo errors or grammatical errors or any incomplete information, then the site is probably fake as well. Okay, then lastly, if you happen to buy it through a specific store, you have to need to know yourself, or expect to find if this product sold in this type of environment is legit or an authorized distributor or resellers of the um, lactite itself. I hope I
Thanks.
answered that questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So price,
Thanks, Anne.
packaging, and place. I think that you have to consider.
Yeah, and especially just better just try to buy it if you can buy it at the
Authorized,
authorized distributor.
accredited distributors. Correct.
Yeah, because with the, yeah, you mentioned with the pandemic right now, all of us are home. You know, purchasing online is the new normal as well. Yeah, there's another question. Applicable na po ba sa lahat ng Lactite products yung new packaging and QR code? So
Okay. As
they're asking
a
whether it's applicable for all our products, Lactite
Okay.
products.
So yeah, at the moment po, it is only applicable for lactite cyanoacrylate or instant adhesive and our lactite thread locker or anaerobic variants. Very soon, we will also extend it to other lactite products, but at the moment, we are still focusing on these two technologies as these are commonly products that are prone for counterfeit or imitations.
Yeah. Thanks, Anne. Some of the questions are a bit,
Yeah, I can see some concerns with the CCO requirement.
yeah, BCIR. So yeah, that we'll just reply to that
Yes.
privately in terms of that one. Um, okay. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for all the questions. Since we have a limited time for all of your questions, we'll try to answer them and reply to you directly or posting them on our FB and YouTube page. Thanks, Anne, for answering all the questions. Again, thank you for those who posted their questions. Before we end the session, I would like to invite you on our online contest, which you can see on your screen, which will run from today, September 17 to October 1. The online contest has a hashtag Lactite product verified. This is regarding our webinar for today. Once you verified it, you will win Lactite merchandise. Grab and verify your Lactite products and win official Lactite merchandise package. These are the instructions. You scan your Lactite product, get the result, take a selfie with your Lactite product and scan result, screenshot it, and screenshot the scan result on your mobile phone, and then post it on our Lactite PH Facebook fan page. But don't forget to include the hashtag Lactite product verify. Once we see your post, we will contact you directly and send you your Lactite merchandise package. Okay. Next in our line of our Lactite webinar series is strengthening pump motor reliability. The session will be this coming October 8, 2021 from 10 to 10:45 a.m. You can now start to register by scanning the QR code, and we will also be sending invitations on this topic. Again, thank you for your time in attending our Can You Spot the Difference webinar. You can follow us on our official FB page, Lactite PH, and get updated on our next webinars. And we can also check again the online contest that I've shown you a while ago. You can
Mhm.
subscribe on our YouTube channel, Lactite Philippines, to see more videos from us. This recorded video of the webinar will also be posted on our YouTube channel. And yes, don't forget to click the like button. And lastly, you can email us directly from any inquiries and concerns at marketing.philippines@henkel.com, and we will gladly assist you. Thank you, keep safe, and see you on our next webinar.